Hi there. Today I've got a really great video for you to help release tension around your hips and your low back, and also your glutes and side body. So if you have any asymmetrical tension in your body, this will be a great one for helping to even that out. And also an area that we often have tension in is this side of the glutes here and the piriformis muscles. So you can often feel that as sort of a nagging pain in the back of your buttocks, and it can be especially annoying if you're sitting, but this can help to relax those muscles and get you out of that discomfort. And we'll also be doing a little bit of qigong inspired movement at the beginning to get our blood flowing, and then we'll move into our somatic exercises to help re-educate the nervous system and control your muscles better. And then we're going to finish off with a couple of restorative yoga poses to integrate everything that we've learned and get you into a fully relaxed state. So all you're going to need is a yoga block or a couple of pillows or a yoga bolster, and hop into something comfy. Make sure you've got something soft to lie down on, and we will get started. So we're going to start with our standing awareness, just to see how our bodies are feeling, and so that we can compare at the end of this session. So find a comfortable standing position the way you would normally stand. Don't have to change anything or feel like you have to change your posture. And then when you're ready, close your eyes and bring your attention to your feet. Just notice if there's more pressure on the outsides or insides of your feet, or maybe front to back. Maybe things feel pretty even. And then move up into your legs, observing any tension through the leg muscles, comparing right leg to left leg, and taking note of any discomfort, maybe around the knees, or maybe they're feeling pretty good. And up into your thighs and your hips. Again, just acknowledging any tension or asymmetry through there. And also now with your pelvis, just notice if it is tilting forward or back, or maybe one hip is a little higher than the other. And then moving up into your belly and low back. How is it feeling in there? Is it feeling a little tight or sore? Maybe your abdominals are feeling like they're clenching, or perhaps your belly is fairly relaxed. Moving up into your mid-back, torso, upper torso. Maybe you've got tight shoulders, the backs of your shoulders, around your shoulder blades. Perhaps your chest is feeling a little tight. Just notice if it's feeling like maybe it's a little sunken in, or perhaps it's puffed up and reaching up a little more towards the sky. Remember, not changing anything, just noticing how it feels, if you feel anything at all. And then moving up to your neck and the tops of your shoulders. Just notice if your shoulders feel like they're rounding in at all, or hunching up towards your ears, if there's any tension in that area. And then flutter your eyes open, and we're just going to start to circulate the blood and get our bodies moving a bit before we head to the floor to do our somatic exercises. So some of these exercises are inspired by qigong. It's a Chinese martial art to move energy through the body, and I really enjoy doing it to wake myself up a little bit. So first, let's start with a breathing exercise, and just close your eyes, stand about feet hip width apart, stand as tall as you feel you can, and make a O the shape of an O with your mouth, as if you were going to sip through a straw. And then you'll inhale through that straw. Notice how it expands through your chest and your torso and helps you feel a little taller. So try to maintain that height as you exhale through your teeth and hiss. Again, inhale through your straw. And exhale, hiss. So keep standing tall as you hiss and notice how the contraction supports you through your abdominals. And one more time, inhale. Get even taller, reach to the top of your head. And then really try to maintain that height as you hiss. And try to become even more aware of the contraction coming into your waist and lower abdominals. And then relax. So now bring your feet together and we're going to start doing some hip circles. So you can put your hands on your hips for more awareness in that area, and then just start to tip your hips to the left and the right, coming in circles, just drawing circles with your tailbone, and really just notice how it can bring more awareness to those deep abdominal muscles in your lower abs especially. Just warming things up. Switch directions. And then come to center, widen your legs, and we'll do some wide hip circles. So you can bring your hands back to your hips and push your pelvis forward and then back, warming up those hip sockets, getting some blood flowing in there. Switch directions. And just notice how this feels quite a bit different than the narrow stance. Totally different muscles. Oop, got a hip crack there. Definitely need to do this today. Alright, and bring it back to center. And we'll start to gently knock on our lower abdomen just below the belly button. And then start to make circles in a clockwise motion, just giving a little bit of attention to our internal organs and loosening up any abdominal muscles that might be tight a little bit there. And then start to knock down the outsides of your legs. And then go across your foot and knock through the insides of your legs. You can take a wider stance if you want. And then knock just on either side of your hips here. And then again, come down through the outside, around your feet and in through the inside. And then up to your hips. And then shake that out. And we'll bring ourselves to the floor. So now that we're on the floor, just make sure your feet are about hip distance apart and your arms are relaxed on either side, either with your palms facing up or your pinky finger sides resting on the floor. So try to avoid palms down. And make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. And then just notice how your back's feeling against the floor. If you notice that it's arching a fair bit away from the floor, or maybe it's feeling fairly neutral. Might notice the tension a little bit more now that we're on the ground, if you have any. And we're going to start with our arch and flatten. So you'll inhale into your belly, exhale through your mouth to prepare. And now on your inhale, start to tip your pelvis away from you, rolling onto the tailbone. And exhale, slowly release, let gravity bring you back down to neutral, no rush. And then once you're at neutral, keep your exhale going and flatten onto the floor with your spine. Make sure there's no space. So you're feeling that length through your back and the contraction through your abdominals. And inhale, slowly release, let gravity bring you back to neutral. And then come through into your arch. And exhale, slowly release and relax back down. Once you're at neutral, come into your flatten. And then slowly relax back to neutral as you inhale. Come through into your arch. And then slowly come back down and into your flatten. So remember to allow gravity to bring you into neutral each time between the arch and the flatten. And just take a few in your own time here, inhaling to arch and exhaling to flatten with that nice, gentle, neutral period in between. Coming back to neutral is important to help retrain your nervous system to control all those muscles, to release and relax, and that will help to reduce your overall tension. So we'll do one more round. Remember to try to keep your eyes closed throughout all of these somatic exercises so that you really get into your body and feel how your muscles are moving. And now come back to your neutral and completely relax. Now we're going to roll over onto our right side and bring your knees in front of your hips and your feet just below your knees, so it's as if you're sitting in a chair. You can just rest your arm along the mat here. Make sure your torso is at neutral here, so your spine is at neutral, and you can rest your head down. Bring your top hand to rest on your ear, and we'll take an inhale. And exhale, start to curl your torso as you lift your foot away from the other foot, keeping your knees together and just curling up gently through the side body here. And then slowly with control, release as slow as you possibly can. Really feeling all those muscles along this side of the body contracting and starting to relax. Once you get down to the bottom, completely let go. And then inhale. Come up into your side curl. And I'm going to count down this time, so lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. One more time, inhale, and exhale, curl, and slowly release for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. Bring your hand down, and we'll move over to the other side. So roll over nice and easy, and find your position here as if you're sitting in an imaginary chair. So knees in line with the hips, and feet in line with the knees. Bring your top arm to your ear. Inhale into your belly. And exhale to curl, lifting your leg and your torso at the same rate. Imagine that you have 2 panes of glass on either side of your torso, so avoid rolling forward or back. And then we'll start to slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and completely relax. Inhale. And exhale, slowly curl up. Try to relax the side of your body that's on the floor as much as possible. Help you get a little more height. And then slowly lower, slow as you possibly can. And relax. One more time, inhale. And exhale, come up. Should be able to feel this all through the outside of your leg and into your bottom of your shoulder blade. Slowly lower. Keep going. And relax. Roll over onto your back. And just notice how you're feeling. You can extend your legs and just see how your body's feeling so far. Now extend your arms at a T from your shoulders and extend your legs, and then bring your right knee to rest, hover over your right hip. And you'll start to allow your knee to fall over to your left side. And just let your toes touch the ground. Your shoulder can come off the mat here, that's fine. And we're going to be working on releasing our glutes on the side here, especially also through the piriformis muscle, which can get quite tight. So from here, start to lead with your right knee as you lift it back up a few inches and let your foot follow. So you should be feeling this all through this part of your thigh at around your butt muscles on the side and your hip. And then slowly start to lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And again, leading with the knee, start to lift a few inches, about 6 to 8 inches. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6. You might get a little shaking, that's fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more time on this side, leading with the knee. Come on up. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Slowly sweep that leg back around so you're coming back to lie down. And just notice if maybe that right side is feeling a little looser and perhaps lower to the ground compared to the left. Bring your arms back out to T if they're not there still. And then bring your left knee over your hip. Try to relax it there as much as possible. And then slowly roll over to allow that foot to rest on this side. So try to keep that knee in line with the hip here. And you're going to start to lift with this knee now. And the foot will follow. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And again, slowly lift. Really feel that through your left outside of your hip and your butt muscle. And then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. One more time on this side. Lift with the knee, let the foot follow, just a few inches up, and then slowly lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Slide yourself back over and notice how you're feeling. Now you're going to slide your feet back up, and we're going to do some hip raises. So again, your arms are just comfortably on either side with the palms up, or pinky finger sides on the ground. And you'll start to bring your attention to your right hip, and then slowly lift it away from the floor. So your right knee will start to move a little bit away from you as well, and you should feel the contraction all through the front of your hip and into your lower abdominals on this side. And your glute muscles should not be engaging, so just check and make sure that they're nice and loose. And then slowly lower back down and relax. Over to the left side, slowly lift the left hip up. Notice if this side feels different at all. And then slowly lower back down. Again, remember to close your eyes and really feel the contractions happening in your body. Lifting the right knee again. And slowly lower. And over to the left. And slowly lower. Let's do one more each side. Lift the right. Notice if it's starting to get a little easier. Completely relax at the bottom. And then over to the left. And slowly lower. Slide your feet out. And completely relax. And just notice if things are feeling any different after that exercise. And now we're going to move on to our restorative poses. So you're going to want to grab your bolster or block. So I'm using a yoga block for this particular pose, but you're welcome to use a couple of pillows or a bolster. Main thing is we're going to be lifting our hips up. So bring yourself back down. Press into your feet and just slide your prop under your pelvis, so it should be right under your sacrum. It's the bony panel at the base of your spine. And just make sure it feels nice and comfortable. If you have any sort of lower back disc problems, I don't recommend this pose. So you can just skip over to Shavasana if that's the case for you. Otherwise, get comfy, and if that feels like a good height for you, you can stay there, or maybe if it's too high, find a lower pillow or take out a pillow if you have a couple. And just relax your arms on either side. And if you want, you can bring your knees in slightly towards each other to allow your hips to relax a little more. And just enjoy resting here for about 2 minutes. just helps to give a little extra relaxation to your the front of your hips, and it can also help release some tension through your low back as well. Just relax and enjoy. And ask yourself if you can release tension anywhere a little more. Just allow your mind to release any thoughts of the day here, and just focus on your breath to help with that. And start to deepen your breath. Getting ready to move. Press into your feet and slide that prop away, and then slowly roll your spine down and relax your feet out and come into your Shavasana, corpse pose. And just relax here for as long as you like. So the video will come to an end, but you are more than welcome to stay here and just relax for a little longer. Take a deep breath in and exhale through your mouth and sink down, down, down into the floor. And just as a reminder, when you come out of Shavasana, you'll slowly come over to one side and then bring yourself to your standing position. So when you're ready to do that, you'll be doing your own standing awareness after the video is over, from your feet all the way to your shoulders, and just notice how everything feels compared to when we first started. And try to carry that change, if any, that you have with you for the rest of the day. Now just relax and enjoy. And until next time, keep moving deeply.